Hey there, boys and girls. I'm here to do math lesson 15-7 for you. So please follow along or correct your work if you already did it. And let's get started. So today we're done measuring things. Everything is measured today, except we have to do some adding and subtracting today. That's what we're going to do. So a lot of this is going to be very similar to perimeter when we were working on perimeter to prepare for our map testing. Remember when I would do the shapes on the board and you add all the sides together? So that's what we're doing today, adding and subtracting in measurement. You know what, Zoe, go get my ruler real quick. Okay. I forgot to grab my ruler. So the first thing I want to do is let's measure. Actually, I'll measure it. You don't have to. You can if you want. I'm going to measure this blue box, and so I can show you what we're going to do. So, thank you, Zoe. So let's measure it in. Let's see what's better. Inches gives us 3.5. Centimeters. Let's do centimeters. Because if I measure the bottom in centimeters, it's 9. And I know if the bottom is 9, that means the top is 9, right? Because opposite sides are equal on a rectangle. And then if I do this side, I get about 4. So 4 centimeters here, and that means this side is also 4 centimeters because opposite sides are equal on a rectangle. So now if I want to find the distance around, am I going to add or am I going to subtract? Hopefully you said add, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add all these sides, so I'm going to put plus signs here, and here, and here, and then they already have the equal sign for us. So I'm going to plug my 4 numbers in. 4, I like to do the same numbers after each other, but you can do them in any order. Because remember, math, addition is commutative, so that means you can move the numbers and add them in any way you want, and you're still going to get the same answer. So I'm going to add 4 and 4, and 9 and 9. And then I know 4 and 4 make 8, and then 9 and 9 make 18, and 8 plus 18 is 26. So the distance around this rectangle is 26 centimeters. All right, so if you wanted to practice with other objects, you could. If you wanted to measure like a piece of paper, or maybe your stove top, or your table, or something that's a square or rectangle, you could go ahead and do that, but you don't have to. So I'm going to move ahead to the inside here, and I'm going to get a new sheet of paper because my Sharpie bled through. All right, so on the inside, our kids at the top are telling us a story. One side of this book is 9 inches long, and the other side is 6 inches long. So what's the distance around the cover of the book? So here's the biggest thing that kids make a mistake on. Kids will add 9 plus 6 because they only see 2 numbers. But that's not right because you're doing distance around. So you need to remember there's 4 sides, so you need 4 numbers. If you only add 2 of the numbers, you only have half the sides. So it says you can add the lengths of all 4 sides to get the distance around. And they showed 9 and 6 plus 9 plus 6. And then the bear's thinking like I did on the front page. He added the doubles together. 9 and 9 is 18, 6 and 6 is 12, and then he added those together to get 30. And then look at, here would be a subtraction problem. Today, if we're finding distance around, you're adding. But if you're comparing to see if something's longer or shorter or taller or whatever, you're going to subtract. So how much longer is the teacher's arm than the child's arm? So the teacher's arm is 66 centimeters. And the child's arm is 47 centimeters, so they subtract it. And always put the bigger number on top, right? I know some of you still like to put the small number on top. You cannot subtract a big number from a small number until you're older and learn about negative numbers. And that's not in 2nd grade, okay? So bigger number always on top. If you're comparing, you're subtracting. That's the problems you're going to subtract on. All right, so guided practice. Number 1, write a number sentence to help you solve each problem. What is the distance around this baseball card? So they gave you the numbers already. They plugged them in. 10 plus 7 plus 10 plus 7 is 34. I can check that. I know 10 and 10 is 20. I'm just going to write that here. And 7 and 7 is 14. And then I know that that's going to be 34. All right, so let's look at this horse puzzle. I've been doing a lot of puzzles over quarantine. I love puzzles. Has anyone else been doing puzzles? You know what? Let's make that the code word today. Put that on top of your paper for extra credit. And I'm so glad that a lot of you are watching the videos and you're catching the extra credit. That's awesome. It helps you, because then if you get something wrong on a test or another worksheet or whatever, like if you get one wrong, you get the extra credit, you still get 0 wrong. So it's awesome that you guys are paying attention to the code words. So code word for today on 15-7 is puzzle. All right, so what's the distance around this puzzle? Well, if this side's 15, so is this side. I like putting the numbers together that are the same. You don't have to though, remember. And this side is 12 and this side is 12, because opposite sides are equal. And I like to add my doubles like the bear did, and then I add the 2 other numbers together. So 15 and 15 I know is 30, 12 and 12 is 24. And then now I have 2 bigger numbers to add together, which is 54. But I mean, could you have done 5 and 5 is 10 and 2 is 12 and 2 is 14 and regroup? You sure can. Whatever way you can do it that is easiest for you, please do it. Everyone's going to solve the problem differently. You can write it differently. We could have said 15 and 12 and we got 27. That'd be 27 plus 27 is 54. You're going to get the same answer as long as you add right? So you can do whatever strategy you like the best. So the distance around this horse puzzle is 54 inches. All right, on number 3, how much longer is the red scarf than the blue scarf? So this is a comparing one. So we're going to do what on this one? I hope you said subtract. Did you say subtract? If you did, good job. So we're going to subtract 60 is the bigger number minus 45, the smaller number. And this one, I mean, I know the answer in my head mentally, but if you don't, stack and solve it, guys. Stack and solve. I can't do 0 minus 5. Big boy's on the bottom. Boy, you better regroup. 6 turns into a 5. 0 turns into 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. So 15 inches longer is my red scarf. You know what I caught Zoe doing yesterday? She was subtracting 1 minus 4. She said it was 3. What? Something like that. She's saying what? But yes, you did. And I was like, Zoe, no. You have to regroup. Come on. Ugh, so frustrating. All right. Did you use the same operation to solve numbers 2 and 3? Did we use both addition or both subtraction? No, we used different. And why? Because the problems want us to do different things. One wanted us to find distance around and one wanted us to compare. Okay, so that's why we did different works there. We did different. Why can't I think of what I'm saying? Mrs. Monti's brain's turning to mush. We did different types of problems, different strategies, because we were doing different types of problems. Ugh, yikes. All right, independent practice. Ben measures the length of a leaf and a plant. The leaf is 15 centimeters and the plant is 57 centimeters. How much shorter is the leaf than the plant? So we're comparing 2 things. So we're going to subtract. Zoe said subtract. Good job. 57 minus 15. This is one I don't have to regroup on. So we can do 1s minus 10s. 1s minus 1s and 10s minus 10s. 7 minus 5 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. 42. If you did do this though, it is totally fine. Stack and solve, okay? 5. The picture is a square. Each side is 7 inches long. What is the distance around? Okay, so this one is tricky, perhaps. It's a square, and they only give me one number. Now, if I have a square, you know what? We're going to make a second code word because some people might have stopped watching already. Second code word. Square. If you write that on your paper, you're going to get another extra credit point. 2. 1 for puzzle, 1 for square. Okay. So if I have a square, I know that all 4 sides are Zoe, what do we know about a square? All four sides are
Equal.
equal. So that means if the top is 7, so are the sides and the bottom. They're all going to be 7, right? So I can do 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Or for you multiplication people, that's 7 groups. Well, 7 times 4, it's really 4 groups of 7. 7 4 times, right? And 7 times 4 is 28. And so is 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, because here I'd get 14. Here I'd get 14, and 1 and 1 is 2. 4 and 4 is 8. 28 is the distance around that picture frame. Complete the number sentence to solve what is the length of the rectangle short side. So I know the long side is 20 and this long side is 20, and they've already filled it in for me there. And then I have to figure out what the other two sides are. Well, I know that the total is 60. So if I know this 20 plus this 20 is 40, and I only have to get to 60, 60 minus 40 is 20. So I'm missing 20, but I got to divide the 20 into 2 parts. So what's half of 20? What doubles fact makes 20? Blank plus blank. Anyone know? Oh, Zoe knows. What is it?
10 plus 10.
10 plus 10. Good job, Zoe. So 10 is the other two sides are each 10. Good job. So the short side is 10 centimeters. All right. Oh, I need another piece of paper. Nice, though. All right. Ashley Sunflower 70 inches tall. Kwame Sunflower 60 inches tall. How much taller is Ashley Sunflower then? Kwame's write the number sentence to solve. So I have to write a number sentence. I'm going to get a point for doing that. Well, if it's on your homework, not this, of course. You guys don't have to submit these. People still are. You don't have to. You can, but I'm not grading it, okay? So the tall one is 70. That's the biggest number. It goes first. Minus 60. 70 minus 60 is 10. That flower is 10 inches taller. What is the distance around this placemat? So this side's 11, so I know this side's also 11. This side's 17, so I know this side's also 17. I'm going to do some adding over here. I'm going to add 17 and 17. 7 and 7 is 4. 14, regroup the 1. 1, 1, 1 is 3. And then 11 plus 11 is 22. That's easy. I don't need to regroup that one. So then I add my two numbers together. 34 and 22. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. 56 inches is the distance around the placemat. Okay. Journal, draw a rectangle, measure the length of each side, the nearest centimeter, and nearest inch, find distance around the rectangle, write number sentence to show your work. You can do that if you want. You don't have to. I think you guys have had enough practice on this right now. So don't forget the code words on top of your paper. And I will see you in the next video. See you later, guys.